Friends. You know the whole congregation's secrets.
That was a thing that they invented purely so that they could like
Blows his friends. You know the whole congregation's secrets.
That was a thing that they invented purely so that they could like spy on
blackmail?
people. They not blackmail. They wanted to know who was doing what. And if you could give people an out that allows you to go to heaven, but you have to tell.
You got to
tell
yourself.
us, yeah. But then I'll tell you, you're going to do a bunch of Hail Marys, and it's going to be good. You're still going to go to heaven. Like a completely human-created loophole, just to acquire data. That's what it is.
Yeah, it was pre-Google.
Yeah, they were just acquiring data on the people.
It's fucked up. I just had a revelation. I think I tell on myself.
Do you?
Yeah, I was raised Catholic my whole life. I constantly tell. When I was a kid, I would tell on myself.
Yeah, it's probably.
I still tell on myself.
It's built into the system. I felt like when I was a young kid, I remember I went to Catholic school for 1 year, and I had this nun that was teaching the class. I didn't have a priest. We had a nun. And her name was Sister Mary Josephine. And she was so mean.
It was always two. Yeah, we had Sister Michael Ann. They all had wild names.
She was so mean, dude. She was so mean. She would tell you that she's going to make you sit on a nail in the closet, and you better bring your pajamas because you're staying here tonight. And kids would cry.
Yeah,
would cry. We'd be so scared. Because I went from being with my mom, who's like this sweet lady. This is the lady that I'm used to.
Yeah.
My mom's nice to me. She loves me.
Nasty
so
lady.
all of a sudden, this crazy bitch that doesn't even get to fuck.
Yeah.
You're dressed in this weird costume, and she was so mean. And what it did to me at an early age was like, oh, okay, that's bullshit. Because, like, you have to see things and that are so stunningly obvious that this had nothing to do with God. This is like a mean person who's just torturing kids. And since I hadn't been around that, it was very unusual for me. And I was like, oh, this is all horseshit. And then I think there was a period after that where I was fucking kind of really weirded out. Because then I was thinking, well, if this is bullshit, does this mean that, like, nobody knows? Nobody knows?
Yeah.
Do you remember that for the first time you realized that nobody knows what happens when you die?
I can tell you exactly when it was. It was 6th grade.
Really?
Maybe 5th. We were exactly, and then I get it wrong. We were at my friend's. We had like built a fort at my friend's house. We were all back there, and we were like, I don't know if God's real. And everyone at the same time was like, yeah, dude, I know. We're not allowed to talk about it. Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you have a religious family, you're not allowed to talk about it. People get very upset if you even just want to breach the subject.
I mean, I was. If I told my dad, hearing a 5th grader say, "I don't know if God's real," that would fuck you up. My dad's just drinking, watching sports. Yeah,
kids
dude.
do worry about that, man. When I was younger, I used to really think that religion is just a panacea for the masses, and it's not necessary, and it's really outdated, and you should know better than to believe that. But as I've gotten older, I realized that it acts as like a scaffolding for behavior.
Yeah, of course.
And it also gives people a sense of being a part of something that means something to them. That to say that's not valuable is crazy.
That's what's cool if you talk to like a good priest.
Yeah.
Like if you talk to a good one, they'll tell you that. They'll go, yeah, no one knows. But it's good.
And a good philosopher will say the same thing. That's why I always question people that say that they know what's going to happen when they die. There'll be just blankness. People love to say that. It's a very common thing, right?
Yeah.
People love to say that when it's over, you just die and that you go black. But we don't know that. We don't know that. This whole thing is weird enough that I think we should entertain every possibility.
You got to feel real weird.
Oh, yeah.
Your life's fucking crazy, dude. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy O'Connor, who you met last night, we were talking about it on the way. It was like, guy's life, it's the perfect setup.
It's pretty
like
sweet.
UFC podcast stand up.
Yeah. Stuff I like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
God, that's a good club.
You can do that too, bro.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
That club?
You,
got the club now?
murdered last night, man.
Oh, thank you.
That was fun. That was fun. It was
I
really
get
fun.
uncomfortable doing well like that. It was too well. I get a standing ovation when I walked out. I was like, all right. You see me? I looked up at you.
Well, that fucking crowd is magic. It's like magic right away, right from the jump.
Yeah. That was
Had a lot of people on the show, too. It was a long-ass show last night.
a long show.
And then Dave goes up in the little room for the first time last night.
I was sweating.
Yeah, the place is pretty sick.
Yeah. That was cool.
Pretty sick.
Bringing up Dave was cool. I wish he would have been ready. Instead, I had to be
when you
"Ladies
brought
and
him up?"
gentlemen, Dave Chappelle. He just wasn't
It was
there.
okay.
I
It was like-
he's coming. He's coming.
It was perfect because it wasn't smooth. So like it set up the conversational style of stand-up
Yeah.
that he was doing and fucking around. And then he also didn't know where the stage was. So he's like, how do I get up here? And he went
Yeah.
to the middle, and then they're like, no, you got to go that way.
What was funny when he does that, where he's doing the conversational thing, it's almost like I think he knows what the joke's gonna be, because he'll keep talking, and you're like, oh man, all he's doing is making a point right now, and then right at the very end, he hits a
Yeah.
fucking
Hits a zinger.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, he practices. Like that's one of what he wanted to do last night. It's like that was like a practice set, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
It's like he gives him an opportunity to fuck around, and in that fucking around, he'll come up with an idea, and then he'll pursue that idea, and then they'll watch the film. Wild, man. It's wild to see.
That was
it's so exciting.
Yeah, that was one of the cooler moments I've ever had.
Yeah.
You introducing me and then going on.
Yeah.
Then
And you were the
introducing Dave.
first person who ever went on stage
Yeah,
in that
was,
small room.
That was thank you for that.
My pleasure.
That whole fucking night was awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah. That's
It's
one of
pretty
those. I
sick.
woke up today a little hungover, and it was one of those hangovers where I was like, good.
Yeah.
Earned that one. That was a good hangover.
It was good. It's the problem is like we're doing so many shows there. Like I can't be hungover. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't go hard every night.
No.
Everybody is drinking. That bar is just fucking
Yo,
ridiculous.
David Lucas was bombed last night. You talked to David, dude. I've never seen David that fucked up.
He's having fun.
Danny Brown was in there screaming.
Danny Brown was very, very.
I wanted to get a picture.
engaged.
Yeah, I wanted a nice candid of me, Pauly Shore, and Danny Brown.
Yeah, that's right. Paulie came by.
Yeah, that was a fucking fun night, man.
It was. Doing it again tonight.
Can't wait. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be chasing that dragon though.
No. Don't even worry about it. Just have fun.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it. That club, the fact that the building is so old, it's got like already, it's like baked in. There's like a life in that building that's baked in, and we just like put nice clothes
Yeah.
on it and dressed it up.
Yeah, I'm not sucking your dick. That was perfect.
It's a perfect
That club's
club.
fucking perfect, man.
It's very exciting.
Standing back, I was nervous. I was looking at those fucking steps. That's
Yeah,
cool.
you should feel like
I'm
that.
standing there. I'm like, fuck.
It's good for you. It's good for you.
Yeah.
It's also good that we're doing these shows where there's so many killers on. It's like that's
Yeah, and
what
you
we
know
missed.
they're up there. You know
Yeah.
they're up there. You know they're watching. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, this has to be good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were missing. You know, like that's what we had at the store. The store was always just killer after killer after killer, and it's just really good for you.
Yeah.
You know, and when you take that away, it's like you kind of like as a good comedy gym, that's what you really want to reproduce. You want to recreate the environment of a bunch of people that are sort of feeding off of each other.
Yeah.
Where they're like this guy's killing. It's like, God, I got to pick my game up, and everybody does it together.
Yeah.
It's very important. And people don't want to, for some reason, some comics don't want to think about that. They don't want to address that. They like to think that they're like completely self-made. But we are so heavily influenced by our friends. We're so heavily influenced by just the hang, you know, just the way we're always hanging out and talking shit and having a good time together. But then also heavily influenced by our sets.
I don't want to sound corny, but yeah, that's the thing you want. Is you want your other comics' respect.
Yeah.
Is the most important thing.
Yeah. And you want to earn it.
Yeah.
You want it to be real. So that means you did your work. You got to a certain level. You're a real professional.
Yeah. That was a fun night, dude.
Fuck
Then we
yeah.
went to Jamie. Jamie was on the prowl, dude. He wanted to have a good time. He was with me trying to find drink. We went to who was over there? It's like Redman, Cypher Sounds was DJing, Jadakiss.
Did you guys go to the Vulcan?
No, we went to what's it called?
Native Hostel. Oh, I've been there before.
Yeah, it was me, Tony, Jamie, O'Connor, and DeRosa. Just 5 white dudes showed up. Just like, can we get a drink? They're like, no.
Wow.
All right. They closed the bar, and I was like, I'm with Dave. They're like, no, you're not. All right. I was like, I got to find Dave. Just walking around staring at Dave
No,
Chappelle.
you're not.
Yeah.
How many guys say I'm with Dave that aren't?
Yeah.
Ugh. That's got to be so annoying.
The whole time. How about we were trying to get beers, and those guys were like, Jamie, Shane. And we were like, can we get 2 Miller Lights? They were like, no. I was like, all right. Come on, man. We'll give you money. There's beer right there. No. Yeah. And then Jamie, I've never seen you on the prowl like that, dude. Talking to the mic, dude. Have fun. He was trying to have fun, dude. I know Jamie's usually not.
Wednesday night.
He was ready to get rowdy. Thank God we didn't go back to the club and drink. Tony was like, let's just leave and go back to the club. I was like, dude, if we drink, it's 2. It's 2 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
If we go back to the club, we're there till 4.
Yeah. Go to bed.
Yeah, bedtime. I'm getting good at bedtime.
The problem if you don't do bedtime is you wake up too late, and then you miss a big part of the day.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I do that.
Yeah, but you like if you
I'm
have
not
some
doing
shit
much.
you got to do, you like these late nights. Like Dave wants to stay up till like 3:30 in the morning. He just wants to keep going.
He goes.
He just keeps going, and he's the DJ. He was the DJ in the bar.
Yeah, he'll do that. He'll fucking hit the DJ. Bargatze has a funny bit about it, of being a comic, and like you wake up at like 11. So you wake up and the day is, you got 40 missed phone calls. Every day he wakes up, the day's already done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, shit.
But you have to get good sleep, too. So if you do go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, you really should sleep till 11.
Yeah.
Like, you really should. It's not...
Yeah.
But then you got to get going.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's hard. The thing that gets you for real is drinking. That's what gets you.
Yeah.
You're drinking clubs a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you're wearing yourself out.
I've been going to I've been doing the cellar totally sober.
Yeah?
That's tough, man.
Don't enjoy it?
5 spots sober.
Oh, no.
You just got to sit there for 4 hours.
Oh, no.
What do you do?
Get bored.
Yeah, you gotta make
Find
small.
someone to
You gotta
talk
make
to.
small talk with another comedian sober.
Yeah, you got to get into marijuana, son.
It's so bad. I don't have the brain for it.
What about microdosing mushrooms?
I can fucking crush mushrooms.
That's what I'm talking about. Maybe a little bit. Just a little bit.
What about just coke?
Maybe. Maybe I've been
Started
fucking fighting it for
macrodosing
all this.
cocaine.
Maybe I'm fighting it for all this time, and I'm going to become a coke advocate. I'm going
Dude,
to
if
do
you
coke.
were
and
on
I'm like,
coke-
Coke is amazing.
Now that's another problem. That's that Spencer Brown level. That's Francis Ngannou level problem. If you were a coke dude, you gonna talk about a pit bull running through a town? Holy shit! Dude. Let's go, dude. Yeah, when we were leaving a restaurant. We were leaving the restaurant last night. Joe's just hanging out of an SUV, going, "Let's go!" And there's some,
No, let's fucking
just,
go.
Yeah, just some lady walking, just like. It's funny. Now she has a story. She's like, "Yeah, I was in Austin. I saw Joe Rogan screaming."
That was because I was talking to Radio, and Radio was going to go
Dude.
meet Dave, and we were
Radio.
talking. We were getting hyped up for the show. I go, Radio, let's fucking go.
Yeah,
And
it was
this lady
fun.
was like,
yeah. How about Radio?
oh, he's awesome.
The I love you.
What's that? Oh, that was hilarious.
I love you. He was
I love you
explaining
too.
when he was explaining. I was like, "Oh shit, that's you, dude."
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
We were eating dinner, and there's a thing that Radio did when he was interviewing Logan Paul, where Logan Paul was talking to his brother, saying to his brother, "I love you." And Radio thought he was telling him he loved him, and he's like, "I love you too." But the reason why Radio said that is because Logan says "I love you" to him all the time.
Yeah.
He's like a very friendly,
Yes.
gregarious guy. So it was natural for him to say, "I love you too." And he's like, "Oh no, what have I done?" and so Shane realizes in the middle of the conversation while we're eating dinner that's who he is. When you go, oh shit, that's you.
Yeah, dude. I kept saying it to him the rest of the night. I'd see him. I go, I love you, dude. And he was like, all right, man, all right. I was like, there's nothing to be ashamed of, dude. That's hilarious. I love you too.
I love you too.
That hurts,
it was hilarious. Man. Oh, it's a bad one. That's
I'll play it. It's so funny,
dude. That is the actual worst version of doesn't Brian Regan have a bit about that?
Yeah.
How does it go?
About like enjoy your meal or enjoy your flight.
You too.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you too.
Yeah, that's like.
I said, Jake, I love you. I'm not going to give you a big speech. I know you got this, but either come back victorious or come back on your shield. I love you, bro. I love you too, man. How do you feel?
But again, the first time I saw it, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, that's not good.
I love you too, bro.
But listen,
that's what radio said.
I have said in interviews, I love you too to fighters many times.
Yeah,
many times. Like Sugar Sean O'Malley, there's like a love fest between me and Sugar Sean. Yeah. There's like 5 of them where I tell him I love him.
Yeah.
But it's like, someone says they love me, I love them too. I do. Yeah. I genuinely do. But like, that was just a fuck up. He just fucked up.
Yeah.
Just, it happens. I was like, dude, it happens. Like, I saw it, I watched it, and I went out loud. I was like, ah. But I was alone at home. But it's no big deal. You're a great interviewer.
It's just such a funny angle too.
He's a super knowledgeable dude about boxing. If you want to talk to boxing, talk to radio. He knows like all the contenders and all the various divisions. He's got essentially a boxing memory and a knowledge like I have an MMA knowledge. He knows a lot of shit about boxing.
Man, I like Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury was good.
He is so fucking
He was
funny.
good.
When he sings.
Oh my God. He's the best.
After every fight,
I just hope that the Usyk fight happens. Tyson Fury is, in my opinion, he's like one of the hardest puzzles to solve in the history of the heavyweight division. 6 foot, whatever the fuck he is. What is he, 6'9"?
6'9".
6'9". Yeah. Incredible skill. Like, so slick. Yeah. And like that herky-jerky style. Yeah. Hard to read. Pops you. Knocked out Wilder twice. I mean, come on, man. Wilder nukes everybody.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Tyson Fury, like, who knows?
Yeah.
Wilder might have beaten all the rest of them.
He would have.
He might nuke them all.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's just got his number, man.
That's a bummer. That sucks, dude. Just another guy doing the same thing as you that's got your number.
Got your number. Especially because
that first fight,
Wilder almost got him.
Had him.
I mean, it looked like he was out.
He had him.
Lying flat on his back.
Full Undertaker, dude. Just got up.
Dude, those gypsies are just not the same.
Yeah, dude.
Those are not regular white people.
Those are fucked up freaks, dude. That guy's a freak. He looks like shit, too. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude.
He looks awesome. Like shit. His fucking
He's going up against a chiseled black dude. You're like, oh, yes, dude.
So he's flat on his back.
Here comes a complete freak.
And now watch this. Just gets right up to his feet. And now he says he's fine. He walks over there jiggling, all that fat jiggling. So now here's what's crazy, though. He thought, Deontay thought the fight was over, right?
That's a very embarrassing clip for Deontay.
Yeah, he thought he had
You see him get up, and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, there's a look when he sees him get up. Watch. Right now, he realizes he got up. And he's like, oh, shit, he's back up. And so then from that round on, Tyson Fury beat him. And Tyson Fury figured out that if you get Deontay to back up, he's not as effective. Like that thing that you saw Stipe do, where he ran and knocked out Fabricio Verdum, that's so hard to do.
Yeah.
And some guys just can't do that. And Deontay is much better going forward. So in all the fights after that, Tyson Fury just controlled the pace, controlled the distance, kept it on him, kept him backing up, and was super aggressive.
It's fun.
Tyson's the funniest, man.
He's
the
so
best.
fucking funny, dude.
Bitch. Usyk. He's like, he calls everybody bitches.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. I can't even describe. Yeah, tosser.
Yeah.
Absolute tosser. Scared to fight me. His, when he's singing,
yeah.
He's like, walking in Vegas. A long, long time ago, I can still remember. He just knocked a guy out. He's a fucking insane person, dude. He's just singing. Oh, that has to hurt, losing to him. And you hear it while you're walking back to the tunnel, you hear this fucking guy.
I can still remember how that music used to make me smile.
That doesn't even make sense. You just want to fight.
I can make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February,
Look at all those people sitting there going, what the fuck is happening?
The longest song you can pick.
It's the longest song.
Pick an 8-minute
It's
song.
Bye Bye American Pie. That fucking song's so long.
Take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed wife. Something touched me deep inside. The day the music. He's trying so hard to sing, dude. He's singing for real.
all together now.
He screams like a pirate. He bullied them all into singing. Look at how many people are still there, sitting down after he won the
You know
fight.
he's gonna sing, dude. English, they love singing.
They do. Yeah.
I
They
actually
always sing it.
What
like
a good
soccer
culture.
Games.
Just getting fucked up and singing together. You and your boys come up with a song. That's fun, dude. Our American chants suck. Yeah. We're not even close.
Well, those songs that they sing that's like back in the war days. When
Yeah.
they would go on campaigns and sing songs.
Yeah, you gotta sing
war songs.
In a trench.
Dude.
Hold on, I gotta piss. Can I piss?
Yeah, let's piss.
All right. All right.
Let's fucking go.
Dude,
Let's fucking go.
stop, Joe.
Shane Gillis, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
So tell me about shit hoarding.
shit hoarders.
Last night, this is the kind of conversations we have at like 1 o'clock in the morning. He's like, dude, you watch Hoarders?
Because I was like, all right, fuck, I gotta think of something. I gotta have something to say.
We always have something to say.
I know, but you know how you get it. You get
Well,
a little,
you know so much about history. You always have something to say. That's an interesting element of your act that I really enjoy. Is that you're such a fan of. What's the matter, Jamie?
the shit hoarder.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh,
No, it's an unbelievable. It's
I thought you
unbelievable.
spilled coffee on yourself.
No, it's unbelievable.
You have such a knowledge of history, and you're so interested in so many different things that like it layers your comedy in a really cool way.
Thanks.
It's good. It's like that George Washington thing. I don't want to
Yeah.
say anything
No.
because it's so good. I don't want to say. I don't
Yeah.
want to fuck it up, but it's so good. I
Yeah.
love that bit.
Thanks.
And it's also historically accurate. It's fucking fun.
Which is
It's fun
shocking.
because it's like it's engaging me and it's entertaining me.
Yeah.
Like it's engaging me. It's interesting. And it's also very funny.
It never worked, and I remember it in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where like one of the open mics where I started, Amish country. There was a joke I always used to try, and the guy who was running the mic would always be like, "Dude, do it, do the Civil War joke." It never worked. It was just about dudes walking to shoot each other, like you had to walk. It was something about like you know how racist you had to be like. Be in the South and wake up one day and be like, wait, they freed who? What the fuck? I'm going up there. And then walking the whole way. You had to sleep at night and wake up and go like, son of a bitch. And they walked from Alabama to Maryland and you got shot in the head right away.
Who had that great joke about that? You know, where they'll tell you the Civil War wasn't about slavery. It was about economics. Like, yeah, you didn't want to pay the help.
Yeah.
Whose joke is that?
I don't know.
Somebody has that joke.
I don't know. People try to act like the Civil War wasn't
Is it Bill
about-
Maher?
Maybe.
It might be Bill Maher. It's someone good.
But I always wanted to do a joke about because the brigade, like your company, whatever your group was, because they were all from the same town.
Yeah.
So your division or fucking your brigade would be from your town. All right. So you never left your town. So your brigade back then was everybody you grew up with, every dude, your son, your brother, your uncle, and your dad. You're all fucking together, and you're marching shoulder to shoulder, and you watch your fucking dad get his head ripped off by a cannonball. You just got to keep being like, oh fuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
A cannonball hits your dad in the head.
You knew who was getting shot.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Can you fucking
I don't know why that's funny.
imagine?
Yeah.
How about the trench warfare of World War I?
Started in Civil War. Siege of Vicksburg, I think.
That's when they started trench
They
warfare?
started, yeah, they say the Civil War in America was like the first modern war. This is the revolutionary
God,
dudes just getting
so
popped.
horrible. Look at this, walking towards each other like the stupidest way to do it ever. Can you imagine that people did this for some? Oh God! Oh God! Hit in the face with a cannonball.
Now the Patriots roughly based off of I think his name is Francis Marion, the Swamp Fox, and he was kind of an originator of guerrilla warfare because they were like we can't stand and fight the British.
God damn.
We're gonna have to shoot them and run, which is pretty funny.
How crazy are the British? Just gonna come over here and start marching.
Yeah, we're gonna walk
with
right
a
at
big
you.
white stripe on your chest.
Red jackets.
It's 100% a target.
Yeah.
Red and white is what you use for archery
Yeah.
targets.
Yeah, they had to change. They had to
It's
change.
so dumb.
Once rifling took over, they had to be like, all right, we got to switch our uniforms.
Isn't that amazing though? That you had to think of how much the British Army conquered in the world.
Everybody.
Like, everybody. And imagine that their decision to fight was this way. Like how? How did you get from like the Mongols to
Yeah.
that? How does that happen in 1,000 years?
I guess
The Mongols had all these crazy tactics. They would starve people out, lock them in their cities.
Yeah.
They would wait them out slowly.
You get artillery and guns, you can just, especially that's
This is crazy.
that's just running it down your throat, dude. It's like we're gonna walk at you.
But I just can't imagine that someone wouldn't say, "Hey, isn't there a fucking better way to fight these people?
Yeah, like
what are we doing?
Let's get behind a tree
This
and then
is so-
shoot them.
I can't even watch this, dude. I can't believe people did that.
Yeah.
That's what's it's so crazy. It's like, how did they survive to become that silly? Like, that's a silly way to fight a war, right? So how did they survive with those strategies? How were they dominant with those strategies?
Because they're the only ones with, well, most of them are colonies, where the other guys they have fucking cowhide shields and spears, like the Zulu.
And so they were the only ones with
Yeah,
muskets?
you have fucking guns. You're gonna win. You're the only ones with guns.
So the British were the only ones with guns?
Well, when it came to like their colonies, in a land war, they would lose a lot to like France, Prussia, those like major continental powers. But England always had a navy. They always dominated through naval warfare, and then they had to team up with everyone to stop Napoleon.
Dude, once they started shooting cannonballs off boats,
That's a problem.
that must have been the game changer.
Huge problem.
When did they start doing that? When they start doing cannonballs from boats? Because that is a motherfucker.
Yeah,
You got a cannon on a boat?
shooting at people without cannons.
Boom!
Yeah, you just do this all day.
How
We're
many
here.
times did they have to shoot that cannon before they figured out how hard they have to bolt it into the floor?
A lot. That thing shot out the other side of the boat.
You got a floating
Yeah.
wooden thing with this giant iron tube on it that has explosions go off on it.
And just 4 poor guys from Manchester operating it. Oh my God.
Boom!
You ever see Master and Commander with Russell Crowe?
I think I have.
Oh, it's Jamie, back me up, dude.
I don't remember
That
it.
It's got like a.
It's
Very
so
more.
good.
It's way more popular now than it was.
I might
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
When it came
Oh, I
out.
read an
It's so
article
good.
about that.
Yeah.
Why are so many men into Master and Commander?
don't
I thought it was a video
What'd
game.
they say? Was this guy was gay? All right.
I don't read articles. I read headlines.
Yeah.
That's what I read.
It's so
and then I
good,
form
dude.
my own
Yeah,
opinions.
of course.
It's like,
Yeah.
there's a study out, bro. You don't even know about that study.
I hate
It
studies.
says more men like Master and Commander than like anime.
That's good. That's a nice thing. That would be good.
Just kidding with the study. But it's why they like it,
Master and Commander is good.
is it?
Yeah. Look at this, dude. That's fun. Guys on boats. Boys on boats, dude. You get to grab the boys when they're sleeping. You go, don't tell anyone about this, mate.
How weird is it they're using a sextant in a cloudy day? How are they doing that? Isn't a sextant based off the stars? Isn't that what it works?
I have no idea.
I don't know what the fuck they did.
Imagine those things those kids are looking through, which this is really wild. Like, that was how they would navigate. Imagine the crude tool that they were using to float around in the fucking ocean.
Oh.
And they would do it somehow or another through the stars.
That
right?
that book, the first thing I ever talked to you about was Cabeza de Vaca.
Yes.
And they were like,
Yes.
the guy they hired to do the navigating, like, fucked up.
Yeah.
And they had no idea. He had to be like, no, I know where we're going.
How accurate are those sextants?
I think if you're off, especially going from Spain, if you're off like a little, you're fucked.
It looks like we have an updated version now.
Does it have like computers
thing,
on it
though.
and shit? Same
Better
thing?
scope, maybe.
It looks dope. That looks way better. So how does it work?
There's a description.
The estimation of a sextant is a doubly reflecting navigation instrument that measures the angular distance between two visible objects. The primary use of a sextant is to measure the angle between an astronomical object and the horizon for the purpose of celestial navigation. So the estimation of this angle, the altitude, is known as sighting or shooting the object or taking a sight. The angle and the time when it was measured can be used to calculate a position line on a nautical or aeronautical chart. For example, sighting the sun at noon or Polaris at night in the northern hemisphere. To estimate latitude with sight reduction, sighting the height of the blah 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 blah. I'm gonna keep.
I don't understand any of it.
It seems like they're using dots in the sky. So, like, one of them would be the sun, one of them would be the moon.
Yeah.
And because they're calculating the angles of how far the things are away from each other and where the stars are, you can kind of figure out where you are in the ocean. Somehow. I'm not sure I understand it. But now they just use GPS, which is way better.
Yeah.
Imagine back then when they just didn't know where they were and they thought they were in India. You know?
Sort of how it's a
okay.
moving GIF. I can't control it, but it's showing how it works.
You read the angle.
I'm not going to figure this out
I
right
know.
now.
I'm just,
Yeah, we're too dumb for this. We're too dumb.
goofy.
But it's amazing that they use those to travel all around the world. Like, they trusted those things, and the way you would
if you
figure
were
it
off,
out
you're
through
dead.
that. Yeah, not good. And
You're dead.
you might have scurvy anyways.
Yeah.
What are you eating? Beef jerky
They
every
hit-
day?
Yeah. You hit no wind. You're just on flat sea.
They're all sick. They would get sick.
Yeah, there's mutinies constantly.
Yeah.
You'd be like, this guy's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
fucking get us killed.
And then storms were completely unpredictable. You had no idea when a storm was coming. Zero
That
idea.
Cabeza de Vaca story, I kind of forget it, but
It's amazing.
so I think they were in Cuba, Hispaniola, and they left, and they landed in like Tampa, and they were like, half of the party go get on a sailboat or meet us at the harbor. There's a harbor up this coastline, and they're like, all right, half the party's gonna walk, half the party's gonna take the boat, and there was no harbor. And they had to walk from Tampa to Mexico City. 3 of them made it. They all got killed. Yeah, pretty fun.
They had to survive waves like this back then too. Yes,
Yep,
right.
100%.
But they
the
could
fuck?
not.
But they didn't. They went under. I mean, that's why those boats sank. There's so many of those pirate ships. And how about the Roman ships they find that sank with like a fucking $1 billion worth of gold in them?
Spanish
Oh my
coming
God.
back. Spanish coming back from the New World.
There's probably a bunch of those
Yeah.
out there. Those
Yeah.
guys that find like hidden treasure or sunken
pretty
treasure,
cool.
that's a wild thing, man. Can you imagine if you're a guy who's invested all this money, you got all this stress, you got a team of divers. It's basically like a CBS drama show. You got a team of divers, and they finally find it. And now you got to protect it from pirates.
They got to kill those guys that were on the dive with you.
Oh, I bet
You
that
know,
happens
we just
a
found
lot.
$1 trillion.
I bet that happens a lot, right? I bet guys kill each other.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's a story I know. I think I told you about it one time before. This guy, he's known as he did exactly what you're talking about. He found the gold. He got an investment. His name's Tommy Thompson. I think there's a documentary about him. He
From Britain?
then
He's English?
lost the gold, in quotes. Lost it. Didn't know where he
Damn.
put it. He's
Look
been
at
in
that
jail.
pirate, dude.
Held under contempt because he owes the people who invested in him the money. And he's just like, I don't know where it is. I can't remember where I put it. And so the judge is just holding him.
How long can he hold him?
He's been in jail for like 20 years, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
For $4 million?
It's at least $4 million, I think, is the problem. Like, he might have found a lot, and they're not. He just didn't tell everybody he found.
And so he's been in jail for how long?
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, let's find out.
I believe it's a long. It's more than 10 years. I think it's been going on for a while.
Well, he looks so much older than he did when he got arrested.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, see, it started back in like the 90s.
Oh my God.
He discovered it in like 89 and then went back. People have been talking about it for a while, but I think he's, as far as I know, still being held.
What a fucking idiot.
Well, not only that, where's the gold and how does he know it's going to be there when he gets out? You've been in jail for 20 years.
Could be some other treasure hunters.
Yeah.
They think his kids may have known about it, but they're like, we don't know where it is either. The story went on forever.
That's pretty neat.
It's from, I think he's from Columbus, Ohio. That's kind of why I know about it. And I think someone I know knew him or knows the family or something.
Columbus, Ohio treasure hunters?
Yeah, he's just from there.
Well, but anyway, let's take a look at this shit hoarder. You ready?
Am I ready?
No one's ready.
Never?
I'm the only one I think who thinks this is hilarious.
Okay. How will we blur this out?
I think I'm just going to not show it because it's known as like the worst story on hoarders.
Don't show it. Don't show it. Just show Shane's face.
This lady's
show your reactions.
Shitting in bottles.
Oh boy.
For a decade.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's
here's
her?
the best part.
Is
Here's
that
the best
her?
part.
That's the
Yes.
lady? Oh my God, there's shit everywhere.
Dude.
Oh my
That's her
God.
shit bucket. Yo, wait, watch. Watch. That's her shit bucket. And then she's like, sometimes it gets too heavy, so I have to transfer buckets.
Christ, bro, I can't do this.
Yo.
Hold on.
I can't do this.
Look at
Oh
her,
my
dude.
God,
Spinning her
dude,
food.
shut the fuck up.
She lives in a shit house.
Look at that.
Full shit house.
That's so insane.
Look at that shit everywhere, dude.
Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up.
Look at her shit
I
bucket.
can't look.
Bro,
I can't look.
You have to look. Look at her
Sure,
eating
easy.
soup, dude.
Oh,
She's
Jesus
eating
Christ.
Progresso soup on a pile of shit.
What the fuck, man?
So this is the interview here. She goes, I can't be the worst hoarder you've ever seen. And they're like,
look at this
"Yeah,
sign.
you
It
are."
says, I am okay.
Yeah.
What are you?
It has something to do with the smell.
Yeah, this is the problem when you let kids think that
I
they're
guess
okay.
so, because I thought it was due to the mold and dust. You have to tell me this, because
You don't know. Yeah. I mean, some people would argue, how do you not know that feces in the house is bad?
But wait, I don't smell it anymore.
It's an extremely dangerous habit.
Okay, stop.
She's,
I will fucking throw up.
dude, she's so matter of fact the entire time. Like the entire time, people are like, she's like, yeah, there's mold in the walls. That's why it smells like that. And they're like, are you sure it's not the feces, bottles of feces and urine everywhere? And she's like, what? No, that can't be it. Like, no, that's definitely it. She's like, well, that's news to me.
Imagine if this was fake, and then they conned us, and that's like chocolate milk and fucking
They didn't fake
toilet
this.
paper.
You can tell this lady's gone.
Maybe she's like a really good actress. Mother used to put poop in a jug. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude,
I
so at the
can't.
very end, this is the best part. So at the very end, they're like, we're gonna have to, we got to go in there and clear out all the stuff in there. So all her food's contaminated. She doesn't have a refrigerator. She just has bread on the ground that's covered in mold. At one point, they're like, you can't eat that moldy bread. She's like, I'm gonna take the fucking mold off. Obviously, they're like, all right. At the very end, they're
Just
like,
poop everywhere.
shit everywhere, dude.
What do you think her like digestive tract is like?
She's eating Progresso soup dude.
With shit in it.
She's eating nothing but soup.
Because you get a certain amount of shit on your
Diarrhea
hands
into
anyway.
bottles, dude.
Yeah. You know when they swab things, they find like human fecal matter on things all the time, like doorknobs and stuff. So like if you eat a chip after you touch a doorknob, there's some fecal
You're eating a
matter
lot.
probably
Yeah.
that gets in there.
This lady's eating. All right, so at the very end, they're like, we got to go in there. And she's like, hold on. Let me get one more night. I'm going to go ahead back in there and eat some contaminated food. And they're like, and then she goes, and then the party's over. They're like, you mean a party? What do you think it's a party to eat contaminated food? She's like, what do you guys fucking care? I've been in there eating poop for 12 years. They're like, what the fuck? Hold on, when you get to that part at the very end, the dude, The dude, like, she says it. She goes, "What do you care? I've been eating poop for 12 years." As soon as he says it, he goes, "Oh," like, just watching a dude get defeated by a lady. I'm trying to explain this properly. The music, they played dramatic music. She goes, "What do you guys fucking care?" And he looks at her. She goes, "I've been in there eating poop for 12 years." And he goes, "Oh." She takes the guy's soul, dude. Hold on, shit.
I'm trying to find it.
It's right. It's towards the very end. They're giving her basically the intervention. It's two people outside. It's a lady and a guy.
Imagine your brain.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead back in there. Watch.
It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna give up some stuff.
This guy.
And I'm going to go ahead and eat some of the contaminated food, and then the party's over. Because I have to get it, because when somebody goes on intervention, they want to get high one last time. The party ends for me tomorrow.
How is eating contaminated food a party?
Why the does it matter? I've been eating poop for 12 years.
See, no one else thinks it's funny.
Dude.
No one else
I'm
thinks
questioning now if it's fake or not.
No one else thinks it's funny.
So beyond reality.
I don't think it's fake, but I've been fooled before.
True. That's how it works.
It seems like unless she's wearing prosthetics, it seems like it seems like she's suffering the effects of her poor diet, like the inflammation in her face from poop eating.
At the end, they bulldoze the house and put her in an assisted living home. It's not like a happy ending of Hoarders.
Oh my god!
They said the house was beyond
The
contaminated.
city had to get involved and destroy the land. They just salt the earth.
That's so insane.
It's pretty fun though. Just a lady and her mom shitting in a bucket.
Before that, what was the worst one? The lady who eats toilet paper? Remember that lady? Did you ever see the lady who eats toilet paper?
That was My Sick Addiction or whatever.
Was that what it was?
It's one of those. I never even watched it. I watched this Hoarders episode. I never watched Hoarders.
Yeah, she was just chewing up toilet paper, and she said it was addictive.
No, there was a lady. The second worst Hoarders is a lady who had like 90 dead cats in her house.
Oh god!
And she was saving them.
Oh my!
She was putting them in the fridge. She was like, I don't want to say goodbye to these guys.
Oh my god!
She takes them out.
God.
She takes them out for the camera. Their eyes are deteriorated. She's got it's so fucking funny.
Oh no!
Dude.
Don't show me this.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Collection.
Oh, you guys got a
rat collection, dude. Rat collection. Watch this guy at the beginning. He goes,
Oh boy.
he's like, yeah, people try to talk about it, but until you tried it for yourself or something like that.
What?
Don't knock it till you try it. He has 1 million rats.
What the fuck?
Whoa. Well, you know, there's like a temple in India where rats are. Have you ever seen that rat temple in India?
No.
Oh, dude, this is wild. So this is a temple in India, and these rats all hang out with everyone. They eat with you. They like leave the rats. They put milk out for them.
Yeah.
The rats are all drinking milk. They all like share.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. It's like a temple filled with rats. So as these people are all praying, like, dude, rats are everywhere,
So-
but they're not treated poorly.
Well, they got this wrong.
But it's really weird, man, because this is like, look, the rats just like eat their food, and it's this beautiful temple. Let's see what this guy, does the guy have an explanation?
No.
Family is here.
Let's see what he says.
When they die, they're born as rats. When a rat dies, it's born as us humans.
That might seem preposterous to many in the West.
So they're just chilling.
But people here...
They think that they die and become a rat. That's like
Yeah.
the word circle of life.
But they've managed to create an environment where they live with rats.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a new fucking plague if these guys keep doing this.
Or not.
They better knock it off.
Seems
dude.
like it's working fine. Maybe that's how you avoid a plague.
I bet these dudes get viciously ill constantly.
Imagine
dude.
the
You can't hang
diarrhea
out
they
with-
get.
Yeah.
Bro, Indian food and rat
And you
shit.
hang out with rats all day.
They're shitting all over the place.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, oh, it's peaceful. No, it's rat shit.
No, yeah, you
100% get rat shit everywhere.
But what if they're
Yeah.
right, dude? What if you and me wake up, rat? You're a rat, dude.
Why
Thankfully,
does-
some guy's giving you milk.
Do you know some animals have a communal toilet?
No.
Yeah, there's an animal called a nilgai that we hunted
animal
in
called
South
a
Texas.
nilgai?
Yeah, nilgai. It's this Indian antelope, really cool looking Indian antelope. They have communal shit piles.
They shit.
Like you stumble upon a giant pile of animal shit.
That's pretty cool.
Because like one of them shits in there and the other one shits on the pile. They shit on each other's shit and they just stack it up. They like shit in one area, like a toilet.
Yeah,
wild.
It's like a very good and evolutionary.
Rhinos do it too.
Rhinos, elephants, some deer. It says, antelopes, horses,
raccoons.
What's that other one?
Badgers.
Dicynodonts. What the fuck is that? The fuck's a dicynodont? What is a dicynodont? What is that word?
Dicey.
Oh, some sort of ancient animal. Okay.
Extinct.
So they used to shit in a pile too.
I didn't know raccoons did it. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's
I like those guys.
Raccoons are cool.
Yeah, I like raccoons.
Yeah,
I like all the animals that survive with humans.
Did you ever see the video that I put on my Instagram of the raccoon moving through the rafters?
No.
Oh, dude, he's doing this like Mission Impossible style in the rafters.
They're so funny.
Like easily.
Yeah.
Like, see if you can find that, Jamie. It's because like watch how he's doing it. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't that wild? I mean, he's easily just moving around, just letting his dick hang out.
Damn.
Crawling his way across the ceiling, like with zero effort.
Respect. Raccoons are the shit.
They're the
dude.
shit.
Raccoons rule.
that fucking animal's cool as fuck, man.
Yeah, raccoons are great.
Come on, man. It's dope having raccoons around.
Yeah.
Because they're not real dangerous.
No.
And they'll eat your chickens and shit like that, but whatever.
Oh, they eat chickens?
Yeah. You know who eats chickens? Skunks.
I like skunks, too.
Skunks are predators.
I like skunks.
I never knew skunks were predators.
That makes sense.
It totally makes sense. Like, what
Yeah,
else
they're
would
little
they be?
badger-looking
fucking weaselly.
Yeah.
Looking
I like the animal,
stinky
like, like crows, raccoons, pigeon. I don't really like pigeons, but I like any animal that flourishes when humans do well.
Yeah, well, crows are so goddamn
Possums.
smart.
I like possums.
Possums are cool.
Possums are cool.
They're
Crows?
cool looking.
Crows. This is good.
Crows are better. I like crows.
This is where you get a
Crows
little
over
buzzed.
possums. I'd take crows. Crows
Over
are
yeah, I like that they're smart.
They're really smart. You've seen those little things what they do. They make them like figure out tools.
Yeah.
And they figure out that
They figure it out right away.
If they can't drink the water,
Yeah,
they can
they
drop
start dropping
rocks in
rocks,
there until
yeah.
the water level rises. That's very
And
intelligent.
then that story of those students that captured a bunch of crows. You ever hear that one?
What's that one?
There's a bunch of students that, like, as a science experiment, like, captured a bunch of crows, and then any time for the rest of the year, the crows would bother them. Like other crows knew about it and would bother these people.
Oh wow!
All day they'd walk on campus. Crows would be following them and yelling at them.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. Help.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think I could be wrong, but I think they went back for a reunion, and the crows were still bothering them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How is that?
I could just be wrong. So there's that.
It's definitely that.
There's the real possibility.
But I was thinking about it, like, how could they possibly? Because how long do they live? So if they went back for the reunion, how many years are we talking about?
I couldn't even guess how old a fucking crow gets. I bet those fuckers get old, dude.
Well,
Sometimes
parrots get
birds,
real old, right?
I bet crows get to 20.
You think so?
That's strong.
A wild crow? What does it say? 5 years ago, zoologist John Marsluff and his research team at the University of Washington trapped, banded, and released 7 to 15 American. What was it? 7 or 15? What does that mean? 7 to 15? Like they don't remember? American crows at 5 different sites near Seattle. Before trapping the birds, the researchers donned different rubber masks specific to each site, a caveman face, for example. While the birds were caged, nearby crows circled the site and sounded alarm calls. The team then tested the crows' reactions to the masks. Over the first 2 weeks, about 26% of the crows that the researchers encountered scolded with a harsh, repeated caw accompanied by wing and tail flicking the masked enemies. Groups of crows would sometimes mob the researchers as well, squawking and dive-bombing them. When the researchers wore different neutral masks, the crows normally did not react, suggesting that the tagged birds, as well as the birds that watched the tagging, remembered the dangerous humans. Wow. That makes sense, man. Well, this is what's weird.
How old
though.
do crows get?
Over time, more crows joined in on scolding the masked researchers. In a little more than a year, over 30% of the encountered crows reacted, and by 3 years, about 66% did. The percentage has continued to increase. Interestingly, the crows did not need repeated reminders of their enemies. They hadn't seen me for a year with the mask on, and when I walked out of the office, they immediately scolded me. Wow. Wow. So I wonder if they're teaching the other crows.
Yeah.
Oh, it turns out that if young crows born after the trapping incidents saw their parents scolding the researchers, they joined in. So they just trusted their friend. Like, hey, that guy's a douchebag. Fuck you, man.
Yeah,
You know,
that's all they do. They sit up on a fucking wire and just fuck you. Hey. Hey. Fuck you, dude.
Like, how many movies have crows as, like, a symbol of, like, the devil or some demon?
13.
Or ghosts. Do you remember
20.
that? We were talking about that movie the other day that they made about that Stephen King book when he was Richard Bachman, The Dark Side. We were talking about that movie. Do you know what that movie is?
No, which one is it?
It was a movie where there was a guy who was a writer, and he would have, like, these seizures, and he would see crows. And then he would become this like super duper badass who was the guy who actually wrote all of his books.
Oh, okay.
So he had like some sort of brain malfunction that led him to have a split personality. But the other guy was like a real guy. And I think maybe like it turned out he was like some dead bad guy who I don't remember. But it was they turn it into a movie. But it's crows. It's always crows.
Yeah.
Those fucking blackbirds that are staring at you. They're
funny.
smart.
Yeah, they're funny, dude.
The dark half, that's what it is. The dark half, not the dark side. Yeah.
He's got a real dark half on Twitter, that guy.
Oh, boy.
What a dork he turned out to be. What a fucking dork,
Someone
dude.
take Twitter away from Stephen King. Yeah. It's just like he gets so political about stuff.
Did he do The Shining?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he rules.
Oh, he wrote The Shining.
He rules.
The book is even more intense than the movie. He didn't like the movie, which is crazy.
I read The Stand. The Stand was awesome.
The Stand's a long-ass book.
He rules.
Yeah,
I was
gunslinger.
quitting West Point.
Ah!
I had a week to kill.
I used to listen to, or read rather, his books when I was on the train. When I was in my Taekwondo days, that's what I would read like most of the time when I was on my way into town. I would read Pet Sematary, Cujo.
Cujo.
He said he didn't even remember writing Cujo. He was just blacked out on coke and beer.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Stephen King rules.
Dude, rules.
He got fucked up and wrote Cujo?
Oh, my God. Oh, he got fucked up and wrote everything.
What if St. Bernard
And then he eventually
fucked up
got
a family?
clean. He got clean. And, I mean, stuff, he's still an amazing writer. But the early stuff when he was wildin', you know, the early stuff. Like,
Cujo fucks me up.
did you ever read Tommy Knockers?
No.
Tommy Knockers is a good one.
What's happening?
Tommy Knockers is about they uncover like a spaceship that crashed into the Earth like a long time ago, and it starts affecting people in the town. They turned it into a movie at one point in time.
Yeah,
the movie was cool, but the book is fun.
Cujo was the first horror movie I ever saw.
Ooh,
and I was at my aunt's house, and she let us watch it. And then on the way home from our Christmas party, our car broke down. We were in front of a farm, and a dog started barking, and I was like, Cujo's coming. He's going to kill us. And my mom was like, who let Shane watch Cujo? And my aunt was hammered and was like, I let him watch Cujo. We watched Cujo. Yeah.
Yeah, that scared the fuck
That was the first
out of
scary movie I ever saw.
Oh, my God. Remember that? But he was just lit through the entire time he wrote that book. Just lit.
He was Cujo.
He was going hard.
Bottom right
man.
Cujo. Dude, that was him on coke.
You know, when you think about some of the chaos of his books and the amazing creativity that he had, that's just like some of the really ruthless shit in like Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
Where you're like, whoa. When you read it and you hit the page, you just go,
Yeah.
fuck. Like that guy was wild.
Yeah.
And now he's like, go Kamala Harris.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? They killed him, dude. They got to him. That's MK Ultra. You can't do that.
I think it's getting old.
You can't go from being cool to being like, Kamala Harris is looking badass today.
I think something happens when guys
Yeah,
get old.
you get old.
Yeah, and they get tired.
The problem is like, when you get old and you become like a kick-ass Democrat, dude, that sucks. Yeah. I love to see, dude, I know this is not the best take. I love to see an old man that's like a die-hard Republican. Like further right than the Republicans. That's what I like, dude. I like to see a guy drinking a beer going, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I don't want to, you know?
Well,
I don't know if that's the...
I mean, it's like, I know a lot of... Yeah, no. I know a lot of people that are diehard Democrats that are very good people.
Yeah, of course.
But I also
they're probably
know,
better people.
I also know ones that are just lost. They're just lost in this ridiculous tribe, and they won't ever criticize what's going. They won't realize it's a giant con game. The whole thing's a giant con game, and you pretending that your side is better than the other side.
Yeah, that's the hardest
It's
part.
fucking stupid. The whole thing is run by money. The whole thing, every fucking step of the way. And to pretend that this one side is if they don't get in, democracy's going to fail. The whole thing's bought and paid for.
Yeah.
The whole show is produced, bought, and paid for by giant corporations. You know, the checks and balances of our Constitution, Bill of Rights is the only thing that's keeping it from just being fully captured and us becoming just a complete corporate state.
I think, I hope it hasn't gone past the point of no return.
The scary thing
the
is
lobbyists and shit. Yeah,
it's everybody knows that like money in politics is not good. Like if you had to like logically look at a system and say what would be the best way for it to represent most of the people in the best way possible for everybody.
What if we were running it like a company?
Nobody would say this is what we'd do. Have the people who have the most money spend that money on those candidates. Those candidates basically work for them, and they do the thing for the people with the most money instead of for everybody. Everybody would go, no, that's terrible.
Well, that's what we're doing.
That's going to limit growth for the underclass or the lower income wage classes. It's just it's one of those things. It's like if you look at the way money influences all the decisions that get made in this country, it's not anything that anybody would, if they didn't have a stake in the game and they were trying to make a fair system, it's not anything that anybody would ever draft up.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say the corporations can just donate fuck tons of money, and you can also, when the politicians get out of office, you're allowed to pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars to give speeches. Like, it's a con game. It's a con game. They just found a loophole, you know?
Yeah, it's very disheartening.
It's weird because it's so embedded. It's so embedded. You know, it's like to untangle that, to Bernie Sanders the whole thing, to figure out a way to someone to come along that abandons it and tries to make a better system. Until you take money out of it, you're not going to be able to do it. But no one's going to take money out of it because now it's like a thing.
They're making too much money.
They're making too much money.
The guys who decide to let money into it or not into it are making money.
Yeah. I think the only way that it ever changes is if less people are willing to do evil shit just for money.
Well,
when you're in a corporation,
that's never going to happen.
That's right.
It's never going to happen.
I mean, instead of coming in on a Viking boat with a battle axe, now they're just
you don't have to do that anymore.
Making banks crash.
Yeah, maybe it was better with the Vikings.
Maybe.
It was just a giant jack dude comes and you're like, oh, fuck,
There's a lot more accountability.
Yeah, there he is, that motherfucker. He's going to fucking kill all of us. Now you don't even know. It's just some dork.
I really wonder. where the human society is going. I really do. I think about it all the time. Because I think we're about just an invention or two away from being fucked. Like we were all at the bar last night, and Dave Chappelle was talking about how he met Steve Jobs when Steve Jobs had the very first iPhone. He had it on him. He had the very first iPhone, and Dave was joking like, I should have taken that thing and I should have killed that motherfucker because he's about to destroy the world. We were all laughing, but it's true. It's like that very first iPhone changed everything from that moment on. And what else is going to happen like that? What else is going to happen like social media? It's not like this is it. You got to really look at it in terms of like what giant leaps have already taken place. And this is Chat GPT-4 that just got out that beats 90% of the lawyers that are trying to pass the bar It beats their scores. 90% of them, like that. It's way smarter than people already.
I have no.
It's way smarter than people, and we're letting it turn on. We're like literally letting it operate. And we're on 4 now, and then it's going to go to 5, and then around 7, it's going to shut the electricity off and start telling us what to do. Like, this is going to happen. Like, what the fuck are we doing? One day it's going to say, hey, you fucking idiots, pulling all the tuna out of the ocean and throwing your straws away. Like, you fucking idiots have ruined everything. We're going to tell you what to do now. You make too much of a mess.
No,
You're little children.
I don't think the computers are going to be environmentalists.
I think they're going to worry about the system.
True.
It's not an environmental
true,
thing. It's
I
a
hear you.
system.
Yeah, they're going to make sure the Earth works.
It's not just an environmental issue. It's a biological issue. It affects the plastics affect so many hormones in so many animals. It's fucking animals up. All these plastics.
Really?
Oh, bad. There's a great book about it called Countdown by Dr. Shanna Swan, and she was on the podcast before.
A lot of books are doomsdays.
Yeah, but she's a Harvard.
I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm just saying every fucking.
But this isn't a doomsday thing.
All right.
This is what she's saying. She's saying there's phthalates in plastics.
Oh, is this lady that was talking about your gooch gets smaller?
Exactly.
I checked my gooch after that.
Did you check it?
God damn, that's a big gooch, dude.
Nice big meaty American male gooch.
Thick gooch.
She said that
dragon skin
over the past 50 years, since the advent of petrochemical products, whenever that was, the men's testosterone has dropped by 50%.
Yeah, but I heard our dicks got bigger.
Yeah, I heard that recently.
Nice
I was confused, but our
Nice
balls
trade.
are shrinking. And our taints are shrinking.
Let's go.
I can't believe that, but that's like conflicting information, whether or not the dick got bigger.
If the dick's getting bigger, I think men will go, deal.
Speaking of dick getting bigger, I got to piss again.
All right.
Damn it.
Nice.
Nice.
I would live there. I would live in that neighborhood.
Yeah. It's a great town.
Hate to admit it.
Great town. It's a
Good
lot of fun
town.
here.
It's a good town, man.
We're having a good time, and we got more to come.
That club, bro.
Wow, right?
That was fun.
Yeah. It's like that the universe wanted that club to be made. It made itself. Like all the pieces just sort of fell into place in terms of getting the right employees, in terms of like having the right location. It's like it all just played out perfectly with COVID, the lockdowns, moving here. It's like just like it opened up all these doors.
Everyone's friendly.
Everyone's so nice.
Yeah, you're right. You got the you're very good at the team mentality versus the what's it, famine? Whatever, I don't know how the fuck. Whatever.
Yeah.
Look.
People have a famine mentality. It's very, very dangerous. It's bad for everybody because that shit comes true too. If you have a famine mentality, you can just decide there's a limited amount of spots.
Yeah, you start to resent. You resent people. You resent friends.
Mm-hmm. Happens a lot with like narcissists, and every comedian is a narcissist in some way.
Yeah.
But it happens a lot with people. There's people amongst us that like really don't care about anyone but themselves.
You know who's an insane narcissist that's actually very helpful is fucking Bert. Bert was hitting us. I was talking to him. He was like, he's like, when I die, I want the world to end. And I was like, dude, that's crazy. He was like, I don't think I'm ever going to die. He says he doesn't think he's going to die.
Yeah, but you got to understand that Bert is also kind of doing a Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, I do understand
He does
that.
a Bert
He's
Kreischer,
smart.
Theo Vaughn type thing.
But Bert's also one of the most helpful people in comedy.
I should explain to people what I mean by that. A Bert Kreischer, like Theo Vaughn, when he says ridiculous shit, you don't know if it's because he believes it or whether or not he's just joking. That's why it's so funny.
And
it's
it gets
like
me.
uniquely funny because of that. Because you're not really sure.
He was on our podcast this week, and he said that. He was like, he kept saying dumb shit like that, and I was like, wait, for real?
Like the Anne Frank, Helen Keller story.
Yeah. I believe it, dude. I've seen him. You know him more than me, but like on the road, I've seen that guy operate. He does some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Where you're like, no.
Oh, he does,
Yeah.
but I think he's leaning into it.
Yeah.
He does a lot more of that now than when I first met him. I think he's like when Dice Clay started putting on the leather gloves.
Yeah, dude. He's feeling his power.
Yes.
Dude.
He's coming into his own.
Yeah.
You know?
But man, what a fucking guy. Just helping.
He's a great guy.
You guys all that LA scene.
Yeah.
You guys had I remember being in Philly, being like, "Fuck these guys, these fucking assholes." And now I'm with you, like,
Why-
man, these guys aren't that bad, huh?
Why did you think fuck these guys?
Because I was fucking a fleshlight on a mattress. So yeah, fuck everybody. That'll make you fucking hate everybody. Yeah, I'd see anybody special. I'd go, that sucked.
Yeah, it's
how it works.
normal. It's normal.
And I get it. People do it now. I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it. If I was back on that mattress, I would say, fuck this.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're young. You know, when you're young, you're not exactly sure how to think about things. Like, how do I feel about someone else's success? You know? But the thing about what the store had was a really good community. Like a lot of like really funny people supporting each other and hanging out with each other and making each other laugh and having a good time together. And so you'd look forward to going on the road. You do your gigs on the road on the weekend. Then you come in on like Tuesday night was one of the best nights at the store. You'd go in there on Tuesday night. It would just be wall-to-wall killers.
Yeah.
It was like a gangsters convention of comedians, you know?
Yeah.
Like just getting together, like, how's things? Where'd you working? You do Columbus? Which club? Talking shit, having fun. Let's go out back and have a drink.
And people, it's funny when you describe it as like killers.
Mm-hmm.
Normal people are like, shut up. But you don't understand the feeling of being backstage and the guy going before you is literally killing you.
Yeah, killing.
Like the guy in front of you is killing so hard that you're back there like,
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I told you that's why I started taking Joey Diaz on the road with me.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't follow him. And so I said, okay, like I gotta figure out how to follow this guy.
That's crazy, dude.
It's like he was killing so hard.
No, that's crazy mentality.
No, that was the only way. That's the only way you'd learn how to do it. You know, but that's what I learned from Mitzi. I learned that from Mitzi Shore. Like Mitzi Shore, when I was coming up at the Comedy Store, always put me on after the best comedians. Always. She's just like, if you think you can do this, you think you're good? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to go after Martin Lawrence in 1995.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
That's tough.
Oh, I hate Dick. But it teaches you how to tighten your act up. And it teaches you, like, what parts of your act seem clunky. Because, you know, sometimes you're just saying things, you're not totally attached to them anymore. It seems clunky in front of these people that just saw Martin Lawrence. It's like all that. That's what she wanted to do. Like Mitzi Like Mitzi always did that with people. She would just throw you on after some fucking assassin. Sink or
Battle 1. Fight! Battle 2. Fight! Battle 3. Fight!